How much abuse is too much abuse? That's a question a lot of people in relationships quietly struggle with. Sometimes you're just sitting there thinking, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe it was just a bad day, maybe I'm too sensitive. But let's be honest about something right from the start. There's no such thing as small abuse. Abuse is abuse. And it doesn't matter whether it comes from a man or a woman, a boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife. It cuts the same way when it happens. It might come as words. It might come as silence. It might come as control. It might even come physically. But one thing about abuse is that it rarely starts big. It usually starts small and grows. Now, before anything else, let's understand what we're even talking about when we say abuse. Abuse is anything that harms, controls, humiliates, intimidates, or degrades another person. And people often think it's only physical, but it goes way beyond that. It can be physical, slapping, pushing, shoving, throwing things at someone, any unwanted physical aggression. It can be emotional, constant insults, humiliation, name-calling, making someone feel worthless. It can be verbal, yelling, threatening, degrading language, words used just to break someone down. It can also be psychological, gaslighting, controlling behavior, isolating someone from friends or family, making them doubt their own reality. And the common thing in all of this is simple. It damages your peace, your confidence, and your sense of safety. So, the real question becomes, how much abuse is too much abuse? And the honest answer is this. Any abuse is too much abuse. The problem is not the size of it. The problem is that it exists at all. Because what usually happens is people wait. They wait for it to become serious enough before they call it what it is. But abuse doesn't start at its worst level. It starts with small things. A disrespectful comment, an insult during an argument, a tone that feels dismissive, a threat, a push, a slap. And then it grows from there if it's not checked. Now, let's consider real-life dating scenarios. Imagine a situation where a guy or a girl, doesn't matter who, is watching a game, or maybe they're just stressed from work or life in general. Their team loses, or something goes wrong in their day, and they're already emotionally triggered. Then their partner comes and asks a simple question. Nothing serious, just normal communication. And instead of a calm response, they explode. They shout. They insult. They call names. They attack character. They make the other person feel small. And some people will say, well, they were just angry. But anger is not an excuse for abuse. Because adults are responsible for how they express emotions. Anger might explain behavior, but it does not justify disrespect or emotional harm. Now, take it a step further. Something small goes wrong at home. Maybe food is not perfect. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. And instead of talking it through, one partner slaps the other. Just once. And people start saying, it was just once, it's not that serious. But that's where the problem starts. It's not about how many times it happens. It's about the fact that it happened at all. Because once someone crosses that line, you don't know where it stops. Today it's a slap. Tomorrow it might be a punch. Next time it could be something worse. Nobody can guarantee the limit of unchecked behavior. And this is why physical abuse should never be normalized in any relationship. Now here's something a lot of people miss. Abuse is about patterns. Don't just look at one incident. Look at what keeps repeating. Do they insult you every time they're angry? Do they make you feel small repeatedly? Do they shift blame onto you constantly? Do they make you afraid of how they'll react? Do they repeatedly cross your boundaries? Because patterns show you who someone is becoming in the relationship. And that's why setting your standards early is so important. Not after things get bad. Not after you've already been hurt. But early. In the talking stage, in the dating stage, people should already know where you stand. You should be able to say clearly, I don't tolerate abuse in any form. If you insult me in a degrading way, I will leave. If you raise your hand to me, I'm gone. If communication turns into aggression, I will not stay. And this applies both ways. Man or woman. Whoever crosses that line. But the real point is not just saying it, it's meaning it. Because boundaries without action are just words. And at the end of the day, this is not just about relationships. It's about your peace of mind, your mental health, your self-worth. Your safety. A lot of people ignore early signs because they hope it will change. Sometimes it does, but many times it doesn't. And the longer it continues, the more damage it does quietly. So when you bring it all together, how much abuse is too much abuse? Any abuse. There's no acceptable level. There's no small version that doesn't matter. The goal should never be figuring out how much you can tolerate. The goal should be not allowing it into your life at all. Because if someone cannot communicate, cannot respect you, and cannot control their behavior without hurting you, then that's already a problem, no matter who they are. And this is something we'll go deeper into next time, how this plays out in marriage, where things become even more layered and serious. But for now, just remember this. Respect is not optional. Safety is not optional. And abuse is abuse, no matter who gives it. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this discussion, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who has an opinion on this topic.